going on, everybody? Pro Trader Mike, founder of the MOJO Day Trading. It's Sunday night, Sunday evening. My subscribers, my followers are all hanging out with me tonight. Welcome. Let me see what kind of sweet little background music I can play for this evening. What do we got? A little relaxing. I always like the relaxing Christmas kind of jazz. Coming into them holidays and everything now, you know? So tonight's going to be a really cool show. I've been doing some research, so I thought I've been answering questions in the chat room, so I thought I might as well go live and answer some of those questions live and show you what I got going on. Got some awesome swing picks that I've made, narrowing it down to what I like right now, and I'll show you what I got going on. So let me head over to the main screen and we'll get on the internet and check it out. It's not the Halloween. It's not that yet. How about we get a little Starbucks happy music, restaurant relaxing music, evening jazz relaxing. That's better. There we go. So guys and gals, welcome. Thanks for watching. Say hello in the chat. Where you're from. I want to show you what the Dow Megaphone pattern is, what you need to know about in order to protect your stock portfolio in a downwards market. Shall we have a little a la mini correction, which way overdue. You'll also learn about ETF trading, hedging for profiting during a crash, what stocks to maybe own for hedging and profiting during a crash, and what options to own for hedging and profiting in a crash. You know what I'm saying? A little Google. I always pretty much start at Google, you know? Google's like the main starter. So let's head over to the MOJO website. Oh, I still got these up for the holidays. My gift to everyone, get your free trading education and become the next pro trader. What is this? What? Real pro traders, the same ones that are over and over, same testimonials, real deal. So if you search Pro Trader Allen on the internet, it would come up like a lot of things about him in the MOJO Day Trade room. Not just one time, you know what I'm saying? I'm curious. Let's type in Pro Trader Allen. I didn't do this one. So you got like Pro Trader Allen's success story with the MOJO team since 2015, 2018. You got a lot of things on his Twitter, a lot of things, you know, pages and pages. Oh, this guy's stealing ducks. Steven, I've heard of that guy. They're making ads on Allen's name. They do that with MOJO Day Trading too. So, he's real deal when you go like to my website. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because I get all these newsletters, man. People don't realize this, but I gotta show you. I get, you know, Damon John and what's his name? Just today, let me show you the amount of emails I've gotten. I got this one at 8 o'clock. I got this one at 7 o'clock. So 7:01 and 8:01. Then I got this one at 5:05. Then I got this one at 5:04. Then I got this one at 3:02. You think they send enough emails? This is just today. Right there. And then it ended with this one yesterday. It started from last night, 7:01 p.m. So it goes all day and all night. And I just get bombarded. You could see the email, the date, the times right there. So I just read all the emails and I'm like, okay, needless to say, this guy, Marvin Dodman, and then this guy, they left out his name. They left out the people's names, so you can't really see. William Sat, and they can't really see. But if you Google this, it comes up. So like, this is him and Mr. So I'm like, are these guys real? So let's go like Wesley Mon, and you go into a Google and you type in that, and he's just in all these Jason Bond picks, options review. So it's the same thing right here, and he's got it's in that page. So it's just in that page and this page. So if you go to this one, Rice EG, and you just put that into Google. Here, Titans of the Trade, Jason Bond, Steadycomb Investments. Same thing here. So it's the same little testimonial that they're just putting all over with Dame and John. Here's that Maurice Bean. This is from the email closed. He's got one of these in the email right now. I just recognize that name. So they're just putting out the same one. So I'm like, okay, you can't really see who the people are if they're real. But this one guy, they didn't cross out his name. So needless to say, his P&L was $8,076 for a week's worth of trades. So if you go on Marvin DeModman, he's a dentist, and he actually is a dentist. And if you put in his thing right here from the email, I was like, I can't believe this. What they're doing is they're just, thanks JB is in 4 other testimonials. Same thing, thanks JB, boom, boom. I was just like, they're just writing their own testimonials. So here's Marvin Doddsman, my P&L, Titans of the Trade, Global Dispatch, Steam It, and right here. So if you look and you go to Twitter, and you search this Marvin Dodman, here he is. He's the dentist and trades options, and he joined in June of 19. And that's it. He has no tweets, and his only tweet in reply is with SWAT, and that's another trading company called SWAT Options. He's the stock and options day trader for 10 years. He's a certified financial analyst and technical analyst. He day trades unusual options. He's a teacher, and he owns this site called SWAT Options. Interesting, right? Dentist. So, I mean, is that real? You know, he has no other tweets. Now, his SWAT thing is to join Jason's newsletter. Oh, I canceled that. Damn. I think it said join Jason's newsletter. Check out our services. And this is him. That's just weird. Just weird. Dentist by that weird. So they have no history. It's just one tweet over and over. There's no history going back of any of these people. So I just find it needless to say. It's right here's another email. Christopher Howe and Christopher Har and Kirk Pod. You Google these things. It's just in one article. That's it. This one at Jason Bond is unfound. It's just weird. I get all the emails. I get flooded with them, unfortunately. But I got to keep track of what's going on and what people are doing, because I do the same thing. So Dow Megaphone pattern, folks. Let's check it out. We've got 2020 Dow Megaphone. I picked it a month ago, but I was off a little bit. Could be off a little bit. Almost thought I had the bottom. What's up, guys? Pro Trader Joe. Nice picks last week. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, picks were good. Thank you, sir. The Dow Megaphone pattern, the warning has sounded, folks. Attention all traders and beware of the Dow Megaphone pattern. Just a month ago, as I called a bottom in a forthcoming market correction, as of November 1st, the tides are changing and I can hear the Megaphone pattern being turned on. The Dow is now 27,300, but beware. S&P 500 is 3,066. Dow is 27,347. And the NASDAQ is 8,386. You better watch out. You better not cry. Pro Trader Mike's going to tell you why. The Dow is about to take a crashing, you know? It's the Megaphone pattern. Take a look at this chart and compare it to the 2015 chart. Almost exactly the same big gap to fill to the downside. Here's the current chart. At 26.6. So it's even higher. So you have A right here. This is the run up in the Dow. A. And it came down and tested a B. And it went up, actually made like another top right there at the C. And came down a little bit of a lower ascending one for a D. And now it's actually up here for an E. And you've got this whole way coming down. That is similar to the Dow Megaphone pattern of 1995 to 2020 right here. In 2000 and this is, you could see right here. This is the Megaphone. You could see it looks like a megaphone, right? And from here, it's supposed to take a big, big dumping. Let me show you what the Dow Megaphone is. Dow Megaphone. The Megaphone pattern in the stock market sounds scary, and this is as of September 3rd of 2019. Opinion. A Megaphone pattern in the stock market sounds scary, but there's no need for dread. A so-called Megaphone pattern in the U.S. stock market is gaining publicity, often scary conclusions, but you should trim your based on this pattern. Let's examine with the help of a chart. There's no chart. But that's recent. Here's another one. Recent. September of 2019, September 4th. The September effect. They're talking about it in 2018. Let me talk about the latest, the Dow Megaphone pattern. Right here on September 3rd, that's that article. September 4th, September 2nd, August 12th. Simple pattern projected to the U.S. market sell-off. Some argue it's a news-driven market. Here it is. So here's the Dow. You could see the Megaphone. You've got A, B, C, D, and then the big drop. So actually I thought A was here, and then B. So it's similar to that, but you got this cone. The most basic message for anyone aware of this pattern was not to buy the S&P as it approached the purple trend line resistance. And that's up there at D, which is up here. That's where we're at right now, right there. Big drops. We got a lot of top happening right here. Summary. The S&P 500 emphatically validated purple line resistance. Obviously, a lot of things have to go right or wrong for the S&P 500 to fall toward 2,300. It's over 3,000 now, but the risk should not be ignored, especially while the S&P stays below 2910 and 2990. Well, at Heinz 3,000, it's at 3,068 now. Even more of a reason for a sell-off. And that's the Dow Megaphone pattern. Let's talk about Michael Berry, my silent mentor. Michael Berry right now, 2 weeks ago, he's investing in the market crash. He's the guy that is in the movie The Big Short that bet for the housing bubble and was correct. Michael Berry right here. The flow of money into ETFs is going to crush the liquidity of the market right here. See what it says right here? For the last decade, analysts have warned we're on the brink of another crash. So far, they've been wrong every time. The latest doomsayer merits a hearing, though, because he's Wall Street's guru, Michael Berry, who made a winning $1 billion bet accurately by predicting the 2008 market collapse. You may not recognize by the name, but the movie The Big Short. I wrote an article on him when he was the hedge fund manager making those bets back in the day in 2008 and calling for the market to make a correction, and it did. He was my silent mentor. Google and Amazon and these Facebook stocks were up at astronomical highs and needed to correct, and they sure did. His latest warning focuses on something millions of ordinary investors now have in their portfolios, which are ETFs. These are low-cost, passive investment funds that dispense with active managers and simply track their chosen stock market indexes, plus a heap of smaller exchanges. Mr. Berry isn't the first to warn against the dangers of passive investing, and he won't be the last. The first ETF launched back in '93. ETFs are cheap and means investors can get more for their money. While an active fund manager may charge 5 cents up front, another may charge 1.5 for ETFs have zero charges and annual fees. If an investor puts $100,000 into 2 funds with these charging profiles, both grew an average of 7%. The costly active fund would give them $473,000 after 30 years, while the cheaper ETF would deliver a whopping $746,000. The only difference is the fees and charges. And he says because of the influx of money into these ETFs, it's going to be the demise of the market. Although a small proportion of active fund managers beat the market, he says the message has sunk in at the end of the line. The sums invested in ETFs topped $4 trillion for the first time, according to Michael Berry. He fears the flood of money looks remarkably like the bubble in collateralized debt obligations, recently telling Bloomberg that the flows will reverse at some point, and when they do, it will be ugly. Like most bubbles, the longer it goes, the worse the crash will be. He's so spot on. So the amount, let's say you want to get into the market as a long purchaser, the reward is small versus the risk is so high. It has to be the other way around. Otherwise, you want to take situations that will profit from the market going down. And that's what we'll talk about as well. So he really thinks because of the outflux of money going to come out of the market with the ETFs, and there's no liquidity, these things are just going to really crash because they all have individual stocks that outlay the ETFs. ETFs have thrived in a period when central bankers have pumped up the stock markets with monetary easing. When the bull market runs out of steam, the downside mitigation, which only active managers can give, may be an increasingly important consideration. He advises against putting all your money into the indexes such as the S&P 500, something too many ETF investors do. There you go. That's a lot about the Dow Megaphone pattern. So what's the play? I think long UVXY right here. And if the stock market volatility comes back in, the stock could fly. It used to be $39. Let's take a look at the strategy for this UVXY. Check it out. It's optionable. So there's a three strategy you can do. And you know these guys right here, I got to bring him up again. He's the Jason guy. He's got the strategy, dude, the weekly windfall with the options right here. Let me show you. This guy only has one tweet, Peach Trades. It's ridiculous. How could Damon, one tweet, this guy Peach Trades right here. At Peach Trades. At Peach Trades. He has one tweet. Look, he has no tweets. He's never tweeted before. But he only has one reply, and that's to Jason. That's it. This is not a real account. So, there you go. It's like unbelievable. 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 So he goes Damon right here. So Damon, and these, I'll get these every email. It shows you right here the weekly windfall. Oh, that's that one. All on the same day. Let's get another one from yesterday. Unbelievable how many emails I get. Here we go. Here's another one. So right here is another one. So they have the strategy where they're buying a call and selling right here on this Tesla, November 19, $337 weekly call, 100 of them. Open P&L. It's open P&L. 68,000. P&L for the day closed 21,000 when they opened it. So this is immediately, this is open. And they have they're up $4,000. They're up 21,000 for the gain, 17,500 for the loss. Puts them up 4. Okay? Right there. But it's not 7,100 profits on the trade. That's they say should at least be honest. It's open. So you don't know what's going to happen by the time, but they are up $4,000. So they should have said, look, 4,100 profits in a day by opening the position with another $7,000 to go. Why wouldn't they, if you look at this, why wouldn't they just do this for the 68,000 and not do this and lose 61,000? If 9 out of 10 option traders fail by buying and 9 out of 10 sellers win, they win on the sell side 9 out of 10 times, why wouldn't they just sell each time and that's it? And deal with the position if it happens to be the 1 out of 10. There would be up so much profit on these other ones. They're foregoing $50,000 per trade. And they're right. They're doing the research. They're just straddling it so they can't lose. And they could do that on any stock. You could do that on any stock. And the P&L right here, it's open. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about with my strategy. That's what Warren Buffett does. That's all Warren Buffett does is sell puts. Look, I've spoken about this so many times, folks. This is how he takes control of companies like Coca-Cola. His approach. Based on the analysis, he determined Coke was determined 35 was a fair price for the shares. As a result, he's roughly sold 5 million put options at the 35 strike price. Because if it went down there, he was going to own 5 million shares at 35. If the beverage behemoth fell to 35, the option buyer, otherwise known as the counterparty, would put their shares to him, and he would own 5 million shares of Coca-Cola. But that only represented 6% of the company. Then he would go in and buy another 5 million shares another 6%. He'd own 12. And then he'd go in and buy, 12%, another, he'd own 51% of the company and take it over, kick out the board of directors and take Coca-Cola to the moon. That's what he did. Naked stock options. Years ago, Coca-Cola was trading around $39. Right here, how it works. Suppose you want to buy a put option on XYZ stock selling for 20, which is UVXY at 18. Suppose the trader wants to pay you $150 to let him sell you 200 shares at 18 per share at any time in the next 2 months. Read about this, folks. I'm not going to read you this whole article because I already know what it is. But this is how Buffett made his millions and bajillions. Right here. Berkshire Hathaway collected $7.6 billion in premiums from 94 individual contracts off 94 derivatives or stocks. He's worth $65 billion. Warren's approach right here. I view derivatives as time bombs. Read all this is all about it, folks, and I'm going to explain it to you on UVXY in layman's terms. That the layman, me and you, the average person, can understand. And it's all about collecting rent. Yeah, nice, BJ. So I'll show you right here on a UVXY. What the deal is. And it's perfect because it's down and you want to get it down here. Options. So you want to go into the puts. So you scroll down and they're right here. So the stock is at 18. It's at 18.20. You get out a whiteboard. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to collect the premium. The stock is UVXY. And if the market goes down, this stock will go higher. So the reward is greater than the risk. It's in favor right there. Okay? That's what we got going on. UVXY. Risk versus the reward. It's in favor right now. So the stock is 18.20. It's actually at an all-time low. So we're looking at the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sell the put. And we're going to sell an $18 strike price, SP. It's at 18.20. So the 18 strike price, if we scroll down to the put, is 56 cents is the last price. Let's just, actually the ask is 59. Let's just round it to 50 cents, just for math purposes, even though it's a little bit more. So for math purposes, it's 50 cents, at 50 cents. Or $50 per contract. Okay? This is giving us the right. And the date is, I'm sorry, it's November 8th. We want to go out further. This is only a week. We want to go out a month. So let's go to December 6th. You'll see how much more the premium is. Each month, let me show you how much the premium goes up. It was 56 cents for the 8th. The 15th a week will be more. Look, because it's a 1 week. This is 92. We're going to go more. This is great, guys. You're going to love this. This is great. Then we go out a week more. 92 on the November 22nd goes to $1.26. Beautiful. I think I'll go to $1.26. That's in 19 days from now. That's a 10%er. November 29th. Let's see what that one is. This is unbelievable. And 18 is $1.52. On an $18 stock, you're getting $1.50. Holy mama. I'm going to go out one more week. December 6th. It's going to be over $2. The 18 is $1.63. I think just for a dime, I'm going to go to the other one because the dime, this is $1.63. The November 29th was $1.52. That's only 11 cents. Let's see what I'm giving up for the one before that, 152. And this one is 126, so it's about 26. I like this one the best because it's the least amount of time with the highest premium. That means people are really bidding up that premium. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So I love that $1.26. And the date is right here. We'll click on it. This is the put, $1.26. It's up 7. It doesn't matter what it's up. It's up because people are bidding on it, baby. So let's go into right here. So it's at $1.26. Oh my gosh. So just for math purposes, we'll go at $1.25. That's $125 per contract. That's pretty sweet. Okay, that's pretty sweet. So that's $125 per contract. You're seeing it right there on the UVXY November 2019 put. So that's the 11, when was it? The 6th? 11/6. It expires on Friday. Dude, that's sweet. That's sweet. $1.25 divided by 18 is a 6.6. That's it. $1.25 divided by 18 is 6.9%. That's it. Isn't it 10%? No, that would be $1.80. Wow, that's sweet though. Check it out. So here's what's going to happen. On 11/6, see, now if I sold, let's say, one contract, I'm going to sell one contract for $1.25, and I'm going to bring in $125. So that's sitting in the account. That's just like that big blue number, the green number that they got. They sell and they bring in the huge premium. That's what Buffett did. That's what Buffett does right there. Okay? So I'm going to sell one put contract, $18 strike price, premium's $1.25, expires on 11/6, and I just got $125 for the premium. Called a premium. Okay, now 3 things are going to happen. Number 1 is UVXY is going to stay the same. Actually, we'll do it higher. No, it'll stay the same. And on 11/6, it's not lower. It's got to go below 18 and $1.25. 18 minus 125. That's a cost basis of $16.75. So if it's the same price as it is now, 18.20, as long as it's above 18, you keep 125 bucks. You don't own any UVXY. But you just made $125. And then on 11.6, you could do it again. Second scenario, UVXY on 11.6 is higher than 18.20, where you just saw it and you did that. As long as it's higher than 18, you win $125 for doing nothing. For doing nothing. You won there and you won there. Scenario number 3. UVXY is below 18. You now own 100 shares. Hey, 100 shares at 18 on 11.6 is a hell of a lot better than 100 shares at 18.20 where it is right now, right? That's what Buffett says. And for doing that, you get $1.25, $125. So that reduces your cost basis from 18 to 16.75. So UVXY can go all the way from 18 to all the way to 16.75 and you won't lose. That's a pretty damn good bet, man. On a risk-reward ratio, that's like a 1 risk to a 10 reward. And if UVXY is 16.75 on 11.6, wonderful, I own it. 100 shares. I'll do it again. I'll sell the $17. I'll bring in another $1.25. My cost basis will go from 16.75 to 15.25. I'll do it again. It'll go from 15.25 to 14. Mid next year, I should be at about $12.50. By the end of next year, I should have a cost basis of around $9. Still on my 100 shares. Gotta believe them. I'm going to be right at some time. I'll just keep on selling it, man. That's it. Okay? That's called a put. So you got from 18.20 to 16.75, no worries. This is break even. And that's a lot better than buying it at 18.20. That's what Warren Buffett does. He's got no worries. He wants it to come down. He wants it to own it at 16.75. It's at 18.20. Says, yes, today I'll take it at 16.75 because it's worth 17.50. He wants to do it. Absolutely. So the first thing that you do is you sell a put and you bring in that premium. You may be obligated for the 100 shares. The second thing you do is you buy 100 shares at 18 bucks. It's at 18 right now. Okay? You're buying at 18, 100 shares. Let's go back to the options. Now we're going to sell a call for the same thing. Let's see, November 6th. It was November 29th. So November 29th, no, it was November 22nd. You'd have to wait till November 22nd that day is. No big deal, anything. Anyway, so the call, you'd go to the 19. And the $19 call is $1.17. So you're buying 100 shares at 18. You're going to sell one contract representing your 100 shares. Selling one contract. at $1.20. Let's do it for math purposes rather than $1.17 because it was down 63. I'm sure you can get $1.20. Okay, so you're buying 100 shares at 18, selling one contract of the covered call of the $19 strike price for $1.20. Okay, three things are going to happen. Number one, it's going to stay the same. If it stays the same, you collect the $1.20. It did nothing. It's not going to get called away. It's got to go above 19. So if anywhere from 18 to 19, you're good to go. So you collected a $1.20 premium there, plus the other premium of $1.25. You've made $2.45 in premiums. Amazing. So you're going to sell the put. You're going to buy the shares. Then you're going to sell the covered call. If the stock is the same, you win on the put, you win on the covered call, and you still own 100 shares. If the stock is higher, let's say it's 20, you're going to win on the put, $1.25. You're going to win on the shares, $1, because it's going to get called away from 18 to 19. And you're going to win $1.20 on the call option. So you're going to win $3.45. And you're going to own no shares. But you made $3.45 on an $18 stock in a month. So 3.45 divided by 18 is a 19.1% return in a month by November right here, this call. It's just, dudes, it's unbelievable. Okay? If it goes lower, let's say it goes lower to, where is it, 18? Let's go say it goes to 17. No problem. You own 100 shares at 18 where you bought it. You keep the $1.20 premium there, plus the $1.25 premium there, and you own 100 shares. So your cost basis is reduced by $2.45 on an $18 stock. Cost basis of $15.55. It's called the triple threat strategy. That's what they should be doing. Because if it goes down, it's a stock that you want to own anyway. And then you own it, and then you just repeat the covered call strategy on it. It's a great, great, great strategy, man. It's called the triple threat. You can collect two beautiful premiums, the put premium and the call premium, and still own the shares. If it's the same or goes lower. If it goes higher, it gets called away from you. You don't own the shares, and you collect both premiums. You're a premium collecting machine, just like Warren Buffett. That's all he does. That's my UVXY protection right there. Shall Allah UV go up? Look at the year to date on UV right here. UVXY. Year to date. Thing used to be in the 50s. Go full screen. Look at this. Year to date. Stock right up here was 83. On January 3rd of 2019, it was 83. Oh, this is funny. That's what I see Ross do. He takes the top of this. Instead of connecting the top where it should go and creating the channel from the bottom, he went like that. He went like this. Connected it through the bottom. And he's a teacher. That's unbelievable. Dude, if you're going to draw a chart, you got to at least know how to draw it right, man. So you go here, the top point here to the top point there. And the bottom is actually here, because this is higher over here. Actually like this, right to the back. So you're looking at a very nice little buy zone in here, man. You see how wide it is here? Really wide. Down to this bottom. So you're in a little tight little channel right here for a beautiful move up. Telling you, you got a little what we call a dragster trade play right here. You got the engine block right there, just ready to take off right there. The Roadster. Absolutely. So that's the UV right there. Let me show you some of the, that's Buffett's approach. Tweety tweet tweets. So nice, 370 viewers. How to make money when the market crashes. That's what I'm showing you tonight, right? It's all about stock selection, guys. This is pretty cool. 22 inventions that are going to be changing the world. Odd plastic bottles turned into light bulbs. Don't worry, folks. We ain't going through all those, but there's some cool ones in there. Do you know Short Traders has a business announcement that they changed the right here, dude. Check it out. Here's the email I got from Short Trader. Dear clients, oh boy. We would like to advise that without notice and reason, our clearing broker has recently changed the terms of our relationship. In this light, there will be changes to your trading account. Please take note of the following important announcements related to your Short Trader account. You have two options relating to your account with us. Unless you opted out, your account will automatically be transferred to a new broker called F1 Trade on Friday, November 8th. F1 Trade, there is no information on them. So if you come up here to F1 Trade and Short Trader, right here, Swiss America focused right here. Boom, there's nothing about F1 Trade. How much money right here? No, nothing about F1 Trade with that combination. So you take out Short Trade or put in F1 Trade. And ain't nothing about international trade with graphics equipment. Trading made useful, the next big thing, banana gaming, GSO video. That's not it. Trade F1. I don't think that's it. Because you're using the DOS Trader platform. F1 DOS Trader. Nothing. Right here, F1 Academy of Technical Analysis, F1 Trading Academy. Right here. I find it. Learn to trade like a professional, F1 Academy of Technical Analysis. I did it. Because they're going to do the education through here, just like TradeNet and TFS and separate the two. And there you go. Interested in learning to enter and exit the stock market regardless? This is it right here. I found it, everybody. This is kind of it. This is what they're doing. I don't know if this is them, but this is kind of like what they're doing. Red Tam. Imagine if this is really it, kind of. Turn, they change it all. No, it's got to be different. This is Fred Tam. But they're in Kuala Lumpur. This is what it's going to be, though. With the Dow Trader. I wonder if they have the Dow. Why did it come up on this page? No. Alright, so there's nothing on them. Nothing on them, but they're going out of business. And your account is going to be moved to F1 Trade Limited. Type that in, F1 Trade, comma, Limited. See if that comes up. F1 Trade Limited. Right here, the F1, the official formula, no. This is Formula One racing. Oh well, I just looked. Yeah, there's a free pass below in the description for the MOJO Day Trading chat room for tomorrow. Absolutely. So yeah, so your account's going to be moved to F1 Trade on Friday, November 8th. And if you don't agree to their client condition, it's just going to be moved there anyway. You can choose to opt out and withdraw your account balance by wire instructions in the name of your account. On Monday, November 4th, which is tomorrow, all clients will be placed on closing transactions only. If you have open positions, you have until Friday, November 8th to close them out, and you're done. That's it. Dosh Trader is having another competition right here. I put it out on my, here's another one right here. Another comic I put out, pretty cute one. Linus, that's Linus and Franklin from, you know, Charlie Brown comics. Doing the deal. Linus, I'm going to be a pro trader just like my dad when I grow up. It's a deal, Franklin. I'm going to be an MFH. Better ask somebody. It's a good one, man. Not a lot of people know what that means. You get this one. I have 50% of my portfolio invested in fire. Caveman pro trader Mike thinks it's the technology of the future. Good bet, right? So if those guys don't know what MFH means, how come it's not here? Where is it? I put it in the room. Right here. For those of you who don't know what an MFH is, right here. Play the song right here. I took it off there too. Where'd it go? It was Snoop Dogg, man. Gotta ask somebody. So when you're trading and the price goes lower and sometimes you feel stuck in despair, instead of just waiting and hope it comes back, there's a good strategy you may want to consider. Click that link, goes right to my blog article, folks. Did you see this? That was the Halloween costume from Heidi Klum. on America's Got Talent, dude, right there. Isn't that unbelievable? It shows she took her 10 hours to get into that. That was an unbelievable costume. Best I've ever seen in my entire life. I retweeted that. Played some poker. Won a tournament. Came in second or third place the other night. Made the final table right there. Oh, I came in, I think I posted it. Oh, here's the best trader is having a trading competition. This is a shorter competition and geared towards active traders. Prizes are focused on free commissions and free use of the Dosh Trader Pro platform, along with the tour of the NASDAQ site in New York. Please use this code MOJO15 to join my team and save money. And this is going to be a great competition. It's great for new traders, for training. They could see what trades we're doing as they're going all live. And it's just a really good competition to enter. I get a $15 savings right there when you join on the #1 bestdaytrader.com competition. I can open that up and show you what that looks like as well. That's really cool. Good for everybody. In 7 days, 12 hours, 2 minutes, and 17 seconds, this begins. You register right down here. This tells you all how it works and everything right there. It's pretty cool. Oh, and be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell when I go live. So when I do make all my videos with the live trading and about the contest and this and that, you'll be able to see it and be notified. And check out my other 1,700 day trading videos on the Pro Trader Mike. Obviously, if you look at the number of videos, I'm the #1 most videos of day trading live out of anybody else ever made in the world. And it just goes by video count. So obviously the claims of anybody this and that, at least I got it by that number, which could be totally verified. So go check out my 1,700 trading videos on YouTube, and you'll see some great live trading. And check out this page with #1 best day trader and register, and that'll be cool for you to join as well. So this right here was the blog, how to price and reprice on my website, which is really great. Check out this video I did. Helped out a lot of traders in the room. I'm sure I can help you out with your trading with that as well. So with that said, I'm going to finish up my research on the swing picks for tonight and show you what I was looking at, all right? The first one right here I was looking at, and they start from start to small. I'm looking at Rexon Pharmaceuticals right here, REXN. So I haven't made my circles on any of these yet. And I'm going to put these in right into the chat as well. Joe, if you could type these into the chat, REXN at 209. You got 209 with a big increase of volume right here from 61,000. That's a 10 times increase on a thing with a big gap to fill right up to 549. So this is your first target right here. So this is target #1 right here. Then you have also right here a small float of 4 million and 9% owned by mutual funds. Tiny float. Increased estimates for 2 years, going from a loss of 11 to a loss of 5 to a loss of $2. Incredible amount of growth. Next quarter, they're going up against a loss of $2.04, and the last time they did a loss of 61. So you're looking at a tremendous gap fill on this one. So this right here at 209, low risk, a nickel, reward, gap fill to $4 plus into 476, that low mark, which is the ceiling on that first circle. See that? So it already Heinzed 2. now keep above. Sky's the limit. 209, so low risk, 05 reward gap, fill up to $4 plus into 476. You know what I'm saying? It's got the 4.0 million in the float and 9% funds. It's got increased, I gotta put this over, this is where I usually put this. Gap to fill towards 476. It's got increased estimates for 2 years. And volume is 1.4 million versus 61,000, which is a 1, 2, 5, 3%, 3 times fold, 3 times average. That's what I see in that. You know what I'm saying? So risk 05, reward $1 is 20 to 1. That's a pretty damn good one right there. See that one? That's REXN. You know what I'm saying? That's that one. That's pretty sick. I'm just going through them random, guys. So that's REXN. The next one I have on my list is Verb. VERB. In no particular order, because I didn't save them in any particular order. So on Verb right here, VERB's Verb. Oh, let me just show you, I'm sorry, what that last company even was. It was Rexon Pharmaceuticals. They developed therapeutics to treat cancer, central nervous system disorders, and sexual dysfunction. Okay, sounds good to me, right? This one provides a cloud-based business software product under the tag brand name Verb. They have 23.3 million in the float and 6% owned by funds from a loss of 74 to 54 to 20. They did a 999% increase in earnings on 3.7 million from 0 revenues, which was amazing. They have a whole crap load of insider buying right there, and they have a gap to fill right over here. The gap to fill right there. Whoops, that's a bad line. A gap to fill in here with the first target of $1.64. I don't like that circle. I like more perfect circles, like this one. $1.64, $1.68, $1.95. Okay? Your first mark is $1.38. So you're looking at 1 is $1.38, 2 is $1.64. You're not going to be able to see those, but I'll just write it on the chart. So that's right there. Write that in there. Verb at $1.03. Lower volume, nothing crazy about it. But these are what I'm pointing out about it. Insider buying, lower 97 as your stop. Tap first at $1.38, then $1.64 into $2 and can go above. Floats 23 million. Last quarter's amazing, and they're coming out with earnings on 10/28, which should be now or very recently. Stock is Verb, VERB at $1.03. Next one CHFS. CHFS Solutions, right here, has 2.6 million in the float. I love it. It's tiny, tiny. They went from a loss of crazy to a loss of, they went to a loss of insane asylum to a loss of crazy. It used to be a $67 stock right here. They have no estimates for 2019 and 20, but they did do 1.4 million right there, 1.5 million, 1.2, and 1.7. Earnings coming out on the 6th. Volume bar, 33 million traded versus 800,000. It's at $1.28. Where could it go? $1.75. Okay, that's CHFS. It's got 33 million, so that's why it came up on my thing. I'll check it out. Maybe we'll see what it does for a trigger. The only reason why I like it is because of the volume, and it's got 2.6 million shares in the float. And that's CHFS at $1.28. Put that in. Next one is AYTU at $1.03. Earnings coming out on 11/7. Earnings due 11/7, 85% and 1.7 million, 290% and 2.4 million, 71% and 1.8, 32% and 1.4 million. They went from 1.4 to 1.8 to 2.4. Increased estimates for 2 years, 17.7 million in the float, 38% owned by funds, going from a loss of $39 to a loss of 15 to a loss of 3 to a loss of 75 cents to a loss of 5 cents. Insider buying right here. Stocks at $1.03. Risk is 3 cents. Reward, risk is a nickel. Reward is up to 138 and 154. So reward is 50, 10 to 1. See that? Bam. That's AYTU at $1.03. 98,000 versus 121 in volume. It's an doesn't have a lot of volume. SYPR, Cypress Solutions. Couple of nice things about this chart right here is it has a big saucer right here and a handle. It's nice. It has a breaking point of right here, $1.22, $1.20, and $1.52. It's already broken the 97. Just got to keep it above that. That's it. This relative strength is going to go higher. Last quarter, 75% and 6% earnings coming out now. They did 24 million. Quarter before that, 19 million. Increased earnings estimates from a loss of 17 to 2 cents to 11 cents on a 21 million float, 18% owned by funds. Looks hot to trot, right at Heinz 9. Only thing is low volume. Symbol is SYPR. They contract manufacturer of commercial vehicle components and aerospace defense electronics. Average volume is only 14,000. But if it shall pick up, it looks real good. And the CHFS, I think, was a Chinese company, developed an implantable non-blood contacting heart assistant device treated to heart failure. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was a Chinese company. Little do I know there. Here's another one. You ready? Co-Diagnostics, symbol CODX. 98 cents for Heinz $1. Waiting for volume to kick in. Excuse me. 98,000 shares. Low kicking needs a trigger of volume. Average volume's 94, 17.1 million and 4%, going from a loss of 29 to a loss of 3. Increased earnings estimates for 2 years. And they did a 500% increase last quarter with earnings coming out on 11/14. Everything is based into this pattern already. It shot up to 2 once, and it's got a long base, so you have very low risk, very high reward on CODX. Next one is SHIP. Sea Energy Maritime Holdings engaged in the transportation of dry bulk cargoes through the ownership operation of 10 dry bulk carriers. Volume 555,555. Decent, like it. I'm very good at stocks going from 70 cents to $1 in this range, from 75 cents, 77 to $1. 18.4 million, 5% owned by funds. Increased estimates for 2 years, going from a loss of 5.55 to a loss of $1.09 to making 54 cents. That's a big one, boys. They did right there 18.8 million in the last quarter, up from 16 million, but has done 27 million before that. Everything is based in right here. There's very no risk, and they have a gap right here to fill up to $5.25. This is SHIP, SHIP. Next one. Jaguar Health came up last week on a volume volume jump. You've got some insider buys right here. You got insider buy. You got insider buy. He did a reverse split. You got insider buy on 6.1 million and 1%, 94% on 1.7 million, up from 1.6 million, up from 1.1 million. A nice sequential increase with 100% increases and increased analyst estimates for next year, going from a loss of $500 a share to a loss of $139 to a loss of $570 to only losing 38 cents, with a small float at 73 cents per share and earnings coming out on 11/19. This is what I see out of that chart. Jaguar going to $1 plus. JAGX SHIP. The price on SHIP was 74 cents. JAGX, 73 cents. Look. Ross is doing an ad. He pays a lot of money for that ad. Free 3 chapters. So he tells you in the chapters, he tells you what is the stock market, what is a chart, what's a candlestick, what's the basic shit that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, man. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I've taught you more tonight than anything you could imagine. I'm in the Ken Slim database, bro. I ain't screwing around with nothing, bro. I'm not playing around. So right here, we got the next one. Reed, R-E-E-D. They develop and manufacture natural sodas, fruits, juices, and drinks, teas, sport drinks, and water. They've got some nice action on this chart. I'll point out to you. They got some insider buying right there before the gap down, which was around 350. 350 for the gap right here. See that? Okay. I'll turn it to green. Earnings on 11/3. Earnings right there. They did 9.5 million versus 8.5 million. Increase estimates for 2 years, from a loss of 42 to only a loss of 25. 45 million in the float, 30% owned by funds on 438 million and 70 cents. I think it's way oversold. Anything is going to propel this thing back up. Reeds, R-E-E-D. reads. Show you the next one I researched. Got 3 more. GNUS, Genius Brands. Why I like this one. They've got 11 million in the float, 8% owned by funds, nothing estimated for next year, so you got to guess, but they did 100% right here, a $500,000 in revenues. Then they did 1.2 million and the 999, and then they did another 475% increase with earnings coming out, low of 53, low of 61, low of 61. So you got a double bottom at 61 and it's at 65. So your risk is 4 cents off that bottom, which is nothing. But your gap fill is up to $1.06 with insider buying, and it already has a range of $1.04 to $2.33. This thing's a smokestack, ready to either blow or pachoo or fizzle out. But dude, there's a lot of low risk and a lot of high reward. They're the global provider of entertaining content and products for MOJO Day Trading. I mean, for toddlers and teens. Genius Brands, 65 cents. Let's look at the next one I checked out. Was Toka. No, don't take a Toka. It's called Tokagen. TOCA. Come on now, guys. Develops gene therapy candidates to activate patients' immune systems against their cancers. And this stock right here has a couple nice highlights in the green. It's got 23.9 million perfect size and 19% owned by funds. Increased estimates for 2 years from a loss of $2.60 to a loss of $1.73. Earnings coming out on 11/6. They did a 999% increase right there. Insider buying right there at around $4 or $5 a share. Beautiful. Has a huge gap fill right there. Everything is based in right here at 50, 60 cents. So it's got a lot of upside, very little downside on Tokagen with increased estimates. I think if the market corrects, these are the stocks that are going to go much higher. The ones that are already bottom based with gaps to fill, folks. Mark my words. I'm doing this for 25 years. That's Tokagen at 65 cents. Next one. Last one, Hudson Technologies provides refrigerant reclamation, sales, and decontamination to refrigerant wholesalers and contractors. Volume is half as what it averages on the volume, 386 versus 831, 42 million in the float, 48% owned by funds, from a loss of 45 to a loss of 2. That's a big growth, but I'm not really crazy about the red analyst estimates. And earnings on 11/30. I think it's all based in right here at 77 cents. It's got a gap to fill up in here, and it's got some potential. It's called Hudson Technologies, HDSN. And those are my swing picks research that are going to go in tonight's newsletter. I'm going to put 4 of them that I showed you tonight out of this list that are going to go out for 4 picks. I'm not picking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 of them. How can you buy 11 stocks? How can you buy 11 stocks, folks? I get this newsletter from Nate every single weekend. Where's Nate's? See here, Ross, I got his ad and I got his thing. I'll be teaching you how I turned $500 into millions on Tuesday night coming. You also get my free book right there, How to Day Trade, which shows you what a candlestick chart is. Jeez Louise. Yeah, trash. Oh, dudes, I freaking deleted it. Oh, here we go. Sort by received. So here's Nate's stock lot. I'm glad I was able to sort it, man. Didn't think I was talking shit. So here's the stocks for Nate, Investors Underground, another one of these companies. Okay? How are you going to buy off this? Here's the stock list. CRC, 1. SPWR, 2. And these are all the gainers from last week. You can just go on any FinViz and pick off the top 9 off there, and these are them at finviz.com. SPWR, ELOX. And I'm just guessing, but dude, it's got to be on FinViz. Got to be. Let me just go to FinViz. I just know it, dude. It looks like a FinViz freaking thing. So look, where's ELOX on here? And CRC. Get out of the way. Here's CRC, #1 pick. So we got the #1 guy up there, this CRC right there. And where's the other one he picked? CRC, SPWR. Gotta be on here. Because I remember on Friday it did pretty good. So he did SP. So he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, CHFS 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 picks. 18 picks. So he's going to come out next week and say, guess what? This one and this one and this one worked. How in the world are you going to do that, man? Dude, I'm putting out 3 picks and that's it. And that's it. But you're like, dude, how come you can't like show us? Let me show you this. This is every one of my newsletters. August 11th, 18th, every Sunday night. 11th, 18th, 25th, 2nd, 5th, 23rd, 6th. And if there wasn't one on Sunday, that means I didn't like it. I put one out Monday or Tuesday with picks. The 23rd, the 6th, the 13th. Which one do you want to look at? I could show you every one of them. There's 4 picks in each of them. And every one of those, all 4 picks, or 3 of them, all worked. No problem. You want me to send this to you guys? It's in the swing trading. Right here. I'll put it in the swing trading right here. In the swing trading channel. Pinned. Right here. So I'll pin this message. It'll be right up there in the pinned messages. Right there in the room. So I just put this in the MOJO Day Trade room. Come on in. Check out all these newsletters. You can click on every one of the links. See where the stocks were in the newsletter and where they are now. If you want to pick one, give me one. There's a bunch of people watching. Pick a date, and I will show you one. Pick a date, and I will show you one. Or 2, whatever you want. Actually, what it really is and where they are right now and what happened to them. What's up, Mike D? Welcome, man. Thanks for joining. You want to see one of my newsletters right here? Any of these dates? One of them? Yeah, so if you want to see one, pick a date. Otherwise, we won't see one. You can see one in the description below. I left one in there from the 1013 newsletter, guys, in the description below. You're going to see this video at another time. So those are the picks. Thanks for watching this evening, guys. Free pass to the Mojo room is below too. I'm looking for a really exciting trading week. Yeah, Jagex. Yeah. I mentioned that one in the room last week. I saw that one. A couple other ones. And that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. The 811. That's one of my good ones. That's a nice connoisseur version right there. Mr. Victor Mendoza. Right here, you got the PDF newsletter for 811. That's a nice vintage. Nice year, nice vintage, brother. So you just take this little link right here, slap it into Google, and there it is. Take a little shabby look, shall we, on the August 11th 3 picks newsletter. Structure is the same on every newsletter, and the analysis is different. The rules have been the same for 7 years, but the analysis is always different. And this one, it was a stock picker's market. You could see the power of the Ken Slim system, as it will always perform in any market, good, bad, or indifferent. The stocks selected for this newsletter are called the New America stocks. With this system, you cannot be on the sidelines, as there's a new crop of upcoming smaller companies that are displaying exceptional growth and promise. You could see all my spelling errors. Therefore, you'll always see these stocks performing. 3 picks. Comic strip, follow the best advice, and if you come close, you'll do very well. Yes. Pick number 1 is TTOO at 94 cents. Victor, August 11th, Sunday night. Tell me where it went a couple of days later, my friend. Look at it like August 15th to 20th, like 3 weeks later. Let me know where it went to. If you are happy with that kind of pick, TTOO at 94 cents for a move through $1 with a 44 million floater. You tell me if you like that pick on TTOO at 94 cents on August 11th. You tell me where that went to, and if you're happy with that pick with a 5-to-1 win ratio. That's TTOO, my friend. What do you think of that one? T2 Biosystems from 94 cents. Where'd that one go? You see the chart right there. Same charts I just showed you. Increase estimates for 2 years. Loss of $1.94 to a loss of $1.26 to a loss of 75 cents. Increase estimates for 2 years. 123 million in increase all the way across the board. Increase estimates. Bottom of $1.35 and 41 to go test those ceilings right through. Where'd it go? You asked me, Victor. Where'd it go? Cat's got your tongue, huh? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to answer either if I threw that out there too, Victor, because right now it's at $2.71. Okay? Look at the last 6 months on it, my brother. There you go. What's that say? 94 cents. Currently $2.71. You better believe it. Better ask somebody, buddy. That's the mojo right there. It went to 3 by September. Correct. I picked it on August 11th. How's that? From 94 cents to $3. Pretty good, right? Not a bad pick for that one. You want to see number 2? Pick number 2. You ready? Pick number 2, buddy. That was your first one. ACRS, 90 cents, killer. ACRS, 90 cents. Where's it at right now? Where'd it go to? Picked after that. ACRS, 90 cents. Where is it? $1.89 last trade. It's a 100% winner, brother. What do you think of that one right there? And look where it's been. Right up here, tippy top, it went up to 189, but I picked it all the way down here. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That was number 2. That was 2 for 2. One went up 300%. One went up 100%. You want to see the next one? Pick number 3. You want to see the next one? That was a Claris, and the first one was T2 Biosystems. You want to see number 3? $1.6 million, $3.7 million, $5 million, and $5.9 million. 4 quarters without breaking the sequence. $41.3 million in the float. 77 owned by funds. Increased estimates for 2 years from a loss of 403 to 215 on 2.4 million versus 930,000. You want to see the next one? We're closing it down for the night, guys. Anybody else out there? Victor, Mike, anybody? You want to see the next one? Done. INWK. It was a little larger. INWK increased estimates from a loss of 8 to 23 cents to 51.9 million in the float, 65% owned by funds, 200% and 500% increases in earnings from $4.50. INWK, enter, is $5.07, breaking out to a new yearly high as we speak. It'll break above that, 542. You like that one too? And that's what I'm talking about. You want to see another newsletter? I'm pretty froggy, man. You want to see another one besides that August 11th? I got any of these dates, guys. Any of these dates right here. That was just the bottom one. I got any of them. Pick one, man. Some are better than that. I showed you 300%. Pick some or some more recent ones. That was the oldest one. How about this one, 1013? Want to go in the middle? You want to go 1013? 1013, that gives us less than 3 weeks. This was sent to every swing trade subscriber in my database that pays for the newsletter. It's $149 a month. You would have made your money back then too. What do you want to do? You want to see the 1020, the 1013? 4 sickest picks you've ever seen come out from a newsletter like mine. What do you think? Let me know. You ain't gonna believe it. You ain't seen nothing like it. 1013 newsletter. You ain't seen nothing like it. How do you join the newsletter? Good question. Go to MOJODayTrading.com, guys, right here, and click swing trading at the top. And right here on the swing trade newsletter page, you can join. Scroll down. There's the newsletter archive. I picked Facebook at $25. Look at it. All the videos right in there. Here's some old ones right here. There's the T2. There's the water. And click yes, I want to become a member, and you could join right there, guys. Swing trade newsletter, $149 a month. Right there. That's the best deal you ever seen ever. You want to see some Heinzers from there? Here's a Heinzer. So this newsletter is the 1013 newsletter. Same newsletter. Same front page, 4 picks. Same structure. Same structure. Same rules. Different analysis. Each week the tides are turning. Remember, what takes 2 months to go higher can come down the same percentage in 2 days. It's now a stock picker's market. You're going to see the power of the Ken Slim system, folks. Right here, 4 picks. 4 picks. You ready? That last pick was not from Pro Trader Mike. 4 picks. First one is tops on 1013. Tops at 329. Where'd it go? Tops. TOPS. Let's pull a chart on it. TOPS. Tops. 1 month. It was right here on October 17th, 466. 466. I picked it on October 13th at 329. It was sold right here last month. Top ships, 335. Here's top ships to 420. Okay, that's the first one. 329. Everything is just like these other ones I showed you. This is the new pattern. Look, based out right here, gap to fill, previous huge highs. Do you see it? Increased earnings estimates, all good. Everything is good Everything bad is priced in. Anything good is going to make it jump. And it went all the way to 5, folks, in 2 days. Look what I wrote about it. I wrote, it's going to do, I have a feeling the shippers will do well this week, and found the sandbar to come off, if you know what I mean. Small float of 1.95 million to go to Heinz 4. And it went to 480. We sold at 440s. That was 1.9 million shares in the float. The next one was Vive for Heinz 4. We bought Vive on 10/13, Vive, and Tops was sold on 10/17 at 440. And then you have VIVE pick at 323. Was sold at 1080. Was sold at 1080. So if you come up here and you come to Vive, right here, it went to 1 month full screen. This is the wrong stock. Back. VIVE. It shot up on October 16th to 850. But we got it in at pre-market at 1050. It's now at 505 from 323. We sold at 1080 on 1017. Vive was a badass winner. Absolutely it was. So that was number 2 in the newsletter, and that had a small float of 1.46 million. And I said, this one has such a small float. If it goes, it will be out of nowhere, and it'll be up so huge, so you must be in it before it does the parabolic jump. Reward $1. Next one was EXPR through Heinz 3. That's 3 Heinz trades. It went from 295 EXPR to 350 and change. EXPR is 330 right now, but it went to 354 last week. And that's EXPR. And the last one was CLSD at 77 cents. CLSD at 70. I told you I was good at the 77-cent ones. Is $1.29 right now in a full ass, blown out, rip roaring, great one. So the other one's EXPR from 295 to 365 is now 330. And the other one is CLSD at 77 cents is now $1.27. Thank you very much for the Mojo Swing Trade newsletter revisit of the amazing newsletter that Mojo puts out. If you want to join, new picks are going out tonight. Out of those 12 I showed you, 3. You can't buy all 12 of them. You don't know which 3 that I'm doing. And if you'd like to get that, go to MOJO Day Trading, look up above, mojodaytrading.com, click Swing Trading, scroll below, click Become a Member, and I will get you all signed up and joined for the newsletter so you don't miss those picks and the next round of big winners for this week coming up. And that's Pro Trader Mike and what I got going on. So I'll see you tomorrow morning, ready to rock and roll with the stock market and the day trading. Absolutely. There's some great contests and for new traders coming up that I'm going to be presenting to you, and new firms are going to be working with smaller traders that I'm really excited about. So until then, peace, keep it profitable, and I'll see you on the next show, guys. Later.